Just put out a do more. You can go fuck. Oh, hey, that's my knee. And I haven't even gotten the plastic off. But the plastic is off on the top. Hey, that's my knee. Polka. But they really like these. They polish it. Polka, stop. That's my knee. They polish it off in a couple days. Hey, stop. That's my knee. She's going to go butt the other goat. I need to take the plastic off, guys. Yeah, I need to take the plastic off. Okay, we'll take the plastic off. I'm very excited. There's about 15 ewes in here. All but one are bred. She's not bred because she had babies this fall, so we'll put the ram back in to catch her here shortly. Oh, and there's one that really likes you. That's Luna. She likes you. Yeah, some of the ewes really like Jackson. They put these, I put one of these in once a month for these guys. So they polish it off in about 4 or 5 days. Are you butting her too? Yeah. Hello. Alright, we'll take the plastic off. Okay, well I gave up on getting the plastic all the way off because they're too intent. And they don't eat the plastic. I've not been able to get it off before, and usually in a day or two I can come back and get it. But they don't seem to eat it at all. Their goats might, but the sheep do not. You're not getting in there? You can't fit in there, huh? You should be able to sneak in there. You're so small. What are you doing? Huh? Hi, girls. Hi, girls. That's Lucinda, and that's Matilda. They both like the dog. Yes. And here comes Bertie back again. But they were butting her. Goodness! There will be enough for everybody. Just put my stuff there for a second. And little Missy had to try to eat it. Yes. And now you're going to eat my coat. This is Bertie. She's our mascot. She was born this summer. Her mother had a very difficult time when her 2 brothers died. She was only a bottle baby for 24 hours, but she thinks she's a bottle baby. Oh, Bertie. She's fearless. And now we're going to go we have 2 pregnant Pygmy mixed goats that we didn't mean to have pregnant goats. We didn't mean to have pregnant goats in January, but I bought these and I thought they were going to kid this fall. There was a 3rd one who did kid this fall in early October, but these have not. Hello, girls. So they're in here because this is our barn, really. These 2 are sisters. They're half Nigerian and half Pygmy. And no idea when they're due, but they certainly look like they're ready. What are you doing back there? And we're going to clean this. This needs to be mucked out pretty bad. So we'll muck this out today. This is our puppy. She's 7 months. Hi, Zell. She's Akbash, Anatolian. And she's in training, so she's not loose yet, except if I'm down here, she's loose. And she has been getting into the pens and chasing the animals, so she's not allowed unsupervised time yet. But she's to back up our wonderful Maremma here, who's coming to Jackson. He's been phenomenal, but we definitely needed a second dog. So we were trying to get a sister to Jackson, and we're not able to, so we picked up Zell, and we'll see how she's going to work out. So I had to pin my gate there because this one in the back is not getting up, so maybe we're going to have some action. Oh, and who is that? Blaze or Oreo? That's Blaze. Oh, there's the mama. Not having a baby. These 2 are out of a half-sister. Well, maybe half-sister. Came from the same place, not sure. But these are the 2 that I bought their mother at the same time I bought these. And they all looked clearly pregnant. And so I thought, and these two were born October, like I think like October 8th. And I thought these two would also kid this fall, and they have not yet. So obviously they were not on the same cycle, because these two girls, they're so cute, are 2.5 months old now. So here comes Big Mama, one of the big mamas, very pregnant. And she does have, her udder is pretty full and hard, but no baby so far. And then here's you. Are you coming out too? Yeah, you're not having any babies at the moment? You coming out? Come on. Come on out. I'll move so you can come out. You coming out? No? She's quite big. So not sure when they're going to go, but they just keep getting, their udders keep getting more and more full. But, and they have a, it's been really cold. It's not cold today. It's about 30, but it's been below 0. So they've been in here, and like I said, this needs to be cleaned out. But a lot of the stuff has been frozen to the floor, so hard to clean out. So today, once it's a little cooler or a little warmer, we'll get it cleaned out. But they have a heat lamp in here. So, and I've been checking them, but they don't seem imminent. They do have a bale. That's their bale of hay they're working on. And then they're getting grained every day. But, and we've left the straw in here as windbreak, because it's very windy here where we live. So even though we're boarded up here, it does get, it's, I mean, when it's 15 below 0 and it's windy, it can be 30 below 0. So any kind of windbreak, we'll probably shift this back to block up more of the wind, to make them more room, especially once they kid. And we may have to separate them once they kid. And we have grain up in the front there and some hay, which will open that up when we get more goats kidding in February, March. Now in the pen with our buck. This is Kurt, who's a Silky buck that we use for our small goats. And then we have a number of bucklings in here. There's a couple wethers, but we're in here doing a little cleanup. Our friend Conrad is here. So he's doing some cleanup of wasted hay that we then put in with the horses. They like the stems. But I'm in here because otherwise they'll get in the way and knock things over. And Kurt, we're not completely sure is that safe. So we like him to stay back if we have to come in here. So I have a flag here to suggest that he not come over and get too close, because he's not at all afraid, and he can be a little inappropriate. And these guys just get underfoot and be pesty, get in the way. So some of these, like this is that's a wether right there. That's about 9 months old. And then there's various little, those are all bucks, all young. The guy on the right is 18 months. This guy was born like in June or July, so he's quite young. And then that guy, the Boer Nigerian cross, is 9 months. And then our little pygmy buck there, Marty, the blue one, is, he was born in May. He's quite sweet. Oh, see, here we are. I'm not staying up on my flagging. Come on, boys. So we have Leroy and Sedge and Junior, who are going to knock the wheelbarrow over, which they're very good at doing. And Kurt is down there doing buck things too. There's does in there that are bred, and there's our 2 mature rams, Deuce and Pedro, who are half brothers that are in with our big does. So we're pretty much cleaned up here. Doe in heat. This is Sean. She's one of our, she's been here for a long time. And we were cleaning up here and we didn't get our tools out of the way. She's a quarter Nubian and 3/4 Nigerian dwarf. She's quite big for a Nigerian dwarf. We don't have the buck in with our does because number 1, everything's bred but Sean. But 2, we have doelings in, so we hand breed. So I'm going to tie her up and then I will catch him and bring him out, and he will do the job. So we just pulled Kurt out, and he bred Sean, and now he's chatting with her, and he's very mad that I put him back in. But this is how buck goats talk to girls, and she's wagging her tail at him. But we only need her bred maybe a couple times a day. He's quite chatty with her. The other boys are standing by. But Kurt is the dominant buck, so the other boys are back there. So these goats here, this is, the black goat is a Fedra, who this and her sister Sean were our two original goats that we used on weeds for weed control for years. They're Nubian Nigerian cross. And then this goat here is actually a Fedra's daughter by our Boer buck, which she was accidentally bred to. And she had triplets, and she did have dystocia, or difficult birth, and we did have to have the vet come pull them. But Claudia here has two brothers. They all lived. Fedra was a wonderful mother, though she was very mean. She's very mean to other goats. And she's bred again to our buck Guapo. And then this is Bertie, who's actually Sean's daughter. And Sean was bred to a pygmy buck that we don't have anymore. And she's in heat right now. And she also had dystocia, and only Bertie made it. And again, had to have the vet because these guys are pretty narrow. And they were older when bred. They're like 7, I think. So hopefully that's why they had problems, and hopefully they will not have problems next time. We hope. But Sean also has probably has polycystic ovaries, so I was surprised that she actually got pregnant last year, and I'm hoping she will this year, but she's like comes into heat a lot, so not sure that it will happen. And Bertie, her daughter, is our little farm mascot. Bertie is, yes, aren't you? Bertie's very friendly and bold. Oh, Sean. But Sean and her sister Ephedra, I wanted to breed because they are extremely hardy. So as weed goats, they've been phenomenal. I mean, they just keep really well being fed kind of dead, dry weeds and seem to be quite happy. So, and been very parasite resistant, but they have not had easy births. It's the only bad thing. But again, we bred them when they were older, so first timers as older. This is a pygmy doe named Layla, who's about 7, 8 months old. So this is Lessa. She's very intent on keeping Bertie in the pen. And we have some other small goats that come out too. So when Lessa's down here, she's pretty good at keeping them in. She can keep all of them in, except sometimes Bertie comes out anyway, because Bertie is Bertie. But she's very intent, and we'll do this. We'll watch for hours. And Lessa is a border collie bull breed mix, and she doesn't bite the stock. So if they do come out, she will chase them around, but she kind of pushes them with her body and does not actually bite, which is kind of nice. Except that it's not very effective with Bertie, who ignores her. So here's Bertie going for a ride. Conrad's doing some cleanup of feeders, and Bertie likes to, there's Daisy. Bertie likes to get in the wheelbarrow and go for a ride. Are we going? Yeah? Where are we going? Oh, you wanted to get on the hay and out of the snow? Is that it? So we've just put out salt and baking soda and mineral, which they're very happy about. And my ewes, we had problems a while back with low selenium, and despite giving them a BOCI shot, which adds selenium, and we had some weak, almost all the lambs one spring were very weak, and we gave them BOSI shots when they were born. But we seem to be doing better because I've started, I put brown sugar in the sheep mineral so that they actually eat it. And now they think it's quite the delicacy, don't you? So they seem to be doing a lot better, and also started with those, the blocks that they get once a month, just for the sheep, because the goats seem to eat enough mineral, but the sheep were not. So, yep, they get a little brown sugar mixed in, makes all the difference. What are you doing up there? Are you done? Feeling spunky? You guys are having some mineral. Yeah, hi, Helen. Oh, goodness. Ooh. Ooh, Helen's going to come join you. You having some too, honey? Hello. Hi, Lily. You guys being wild? What are you doing up there? Are you done? Feeling spunky? You guys are having some mineral. Yeah, hi, Helen. Oh, goodness. Ooh. Ooh, Helen's going to come join you. You having some too, honey? Hello. Hi, Lily. You guys being wild? What are you doing up there? Are you done? Feeling spunky? You guys are having some mineral. Yeah, hi, Helen. Oh, goodness. Ooh. Ooh, Helen's going to come join you. You having some too, honey? Hello. Hi, Lily. You guys being wild? This is a Fedra. And Layla. Layla. This is our alleyway to our water tank. Yes, hello, boys. There's our rams. Little rams. This guy, he's supposed to have one too, but these guys have these ram shields on because otherwise they fight. No, they don't fight, but they play, and they can hurt each other. So, hello, Rocky. Rocky is a wether. He's not a ram. And he never really grew much horn. His mother is Katahdin. These guys are our youngest, so they're not really doing much yet as far as fighting. And then these two guys, this is Deuce and Pedro. Hi, Deuce. So see, there would be quite a bit of sparring if they didn't have those ram shields on. Hi! The ram shields just make it so they can't see directly in front of them, so it really cuts down on the sparring. And our animals are in very close quarters, so there would be sparring, and there is if somebody loses their ram shield. Big goats. Lots of goats. These are the pregnant mamas. They're in with the sheep because the sheep are less competitive. So they get more to eat. Hello! Hi, Oreo. Oh, there's Violet. Hi, Oreo. Chula. And Sean. Yep. Hi, Sean. And there's Bruja getting a drink. So for anybody that's wondering, on this pen that I have sheep and goats in, I have goat mineral in on our little play slide here, and the goats climb up there and eat it, and the sheep don't. So And then up in the other area I have sheep mineral, which the goats eat some of that too, but they do like this back here. Peony. So yeah, they do come back here and eat it. Hi girls, hi Cinnamon. And there's Rin. Deuce came back here with us. Huh. Hi Noreen. Yeah, what do you think? You guys want me to give you some fresh stuff? Huh? I wish we need to figure out some way to keep our mineral feeders covered so that it doesn't get wet. But usually they eat it. I put mineral out once a week, and usually they eat it right away. Hi Pedro! Hi bud. So this is how we deal with grain. We buy in about 1,800-pound bags and then rebag into smaller. And some of this is going into the front of the horse trailer. We also have more stored in a different building. This is the other location where we rebag grain and store. Okay, Splat is off for feed, but you watch. If I were to stay home right now, because I'm about to go to town, if I will stay home right now, nothing will happen. But I don't know, not much is happening, but I don't know, who knows? She doesn't really look imminent, but she is acting different. She was wanting to investigate that small goat, which she's never interested in those. She was off by herself for a while. She only got up because I got too close. Okay. And we have baby goats in. Are you in heat, Bertie? Are you? Little action. That's a wrong species. What are you doing? Yeah, very interested in that baby goat. Why are you interested in her all of a sudden? Okay, now we have other really pregnant goat chasing after Helen, who's in heat. It's very weird. Goats are weird. Helen's like, I'm out of here. And apparently Bertie's in heat too. Oh, Bertie. They're all 6. Well, she's 6 months old. Little Helen is not. She shouldn't be in heat. She's only like 3 or 4 months old.